the challenge, brought to you directly from the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham. Now, all of tonight's 4 contenders are representing the southern half of the country and will be battling it out in a bid for the Southern Championship.
And the winners, oh, they've got some fantastic prizes. And we haven't forgot the runners-up either, because the runners-up are going to win one fantastic holiday in one of the most beautiful resorts in the world, South Africa's Sun City, plus £1,000. And the winners are going to receive one of these beautiful luxury 4-wheel drive off-the-road family vehicles, plus £1,000.
Not bad. And don't forget, of course, a little bit later on in the show, you'll have another peek at exactly what it was the Gladiators got up to at their winter training camp at Cocoa Beach in Mauritius. But let's get this show on the road. Let's meet our female Southern contenders tonight. They are Silvina Kwamina
and Yvette Rowley.
Now, Silvina Kwamina, what a fabulous name. Can I call you Sil?
Only if I can call you Polly.
You can call me what you like, most people do. Tell us what you do and where you're from.
I'm a civil servant and I'm from South East London, Woolwich.
Whoa! But what do you like to do to have fun?
Like a bit of camping, fishing, outdoor really. Bit of weight training.
Gardening.
Absolutely.
All those things. Now, I do understand there's 1 or 2 people in the audience here who have come to see you.
Oh yeah, there's 2 people in particular that I'd like to say special hello to, and that's my 2 brothers, Stefan and Robert.
Ah, they're sitting over there, probably getting very, very embarrassed at this particular time. Well, listen, you feeling good about tonight?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you a little bit later on. The very best of luck. Silvina Kwamina. Go on, Sil.
Okay, Yvette, tell us about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from sunny Bournemouth.
They're all in the house? Tell me then. I can see they've all got these T-shirts on. What does it actually say on their T-shirts?
It says Thunder. She's got you rumbled. That's my nickname, is Thunder.
Thunder, okay. And tell us, what do you do for a living?
I'm a secretary for a company called Michael Stewart Design.
And what do you do in your spare time?
I run for Bournemouth Athletics Club and the 100-metre hurdles.
Are you fit? Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, off you go. Get yourself ready. Here's it for Yvette.
So while the girls are getting ready for their first event, let's meet the male Southern contenders. They are Mark Mottram
and Andrew Lewis.
A noisy lot, your lot. Tell us what you do and where you're from.
Well, I'm a self-employed plumber, and I come from Chingford, which is East London.
Plumbing? What do you really do?
I suppose all my training takes me into the stunt world, really. I'm a trainee stuntman, so coming to the end of my career now.
Ooh. So that's what you're hoping to carry on with, stunt work?
That's right, yeah. If I play my cards right, I should be, you know, in the films later on in the future.
Yeah, well, we'll look forward to looking out for you. We've had 1 or 2 stuntmen on the show before, so can we look forward to a bit of clowning around and a few tricks?
Hopefully, yeah. Just a wee bit. Keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, we certainly will. Best of luck. Mark Mottram.
Okay, Andrew. Now, you are fitness mad. Tell us about some of your hobbies.
Well, I'm a long jumper, I'm a bobslayer, and also I do decathlon.
Well, shouldn't you have been at the Olympics?
No, I'd much rather be here.
Where did you say you're actually from?
Well, I live in London.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a PE teacher, and I'm also studying for a Masters at Brunel University.
And how do you think you're going to do tonight?
I'm going to do very well. You know, I've got good support over there, so I can't let them down.
Yeah, you've got good support. Andrew, get yourself ready. Off you go. Andrew Lewis!
Some fit guys and girls. Well, the girls appear to be ready for their first event, so let the games begin. Event number 1. Suspended upside down above the arena floor, it's Yvette and Silvina. They're going to be closely followed by Vogue and Lightning. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready!
and it's a long way round into the first bend. Lightning strikes out Silvina in a shower of sparks. Incredible speed from Lightning. That means Yvette's got a clear track ahead of her for 10, so long as Vogue doesn't catch her. Silvina and Lightning still running for the fun of it, but Silvina's score won't count. Yvette, a spare-time sprint hurdler, keeping Vogue at arm's length, but Vogue famed for her Skytrack sprint finish. Can Yvette get to the line? No! Vogue vanishes those points at a stroke. Perfectly timed race. Vogue the victor, but that's so often the case. This Skytrack was all top and tail. Silvina's start was snappy enough, but Lightning blasts out of the starting blocks with that early blow to the contenders' chances. And right at the end, Vogue's superior stamina explodes the myth that Yvette might score. Great start by the Glads, but not for the girls. 0-0.
So now we move into the men's event with Andy and Mark. But hot on their heels are Cobra and Hunter. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
So 10 for first place, 5 for second over the figure-of-8 course. And Mark makes a tremendous start, way ahead of the field. And Hunter closing it down. Wow, where did that one come from? Full marks to Hunter, but no points to Mark. Cobra on Andy's case. Andy seems to have lost it. Andy at the crossover, takes a spin. Oh! And Cobra right on the button. Plenty of zip for the zap. Mark completes the course, but his gasket's blown. And both guys get a very fast start, but Hunter with the power and the glory. Andy goes well, but somehow loses it on the bend, does a 180 spin, and all Cobra can do is punish that mistake. Flash, bang, and wallop. A 100% effort from the Glads. Keeps a 100% clean sheet. All that tough summer training's paid off.
Standing at the foot of the wall, it's Silvina. And she's going to be chased by Rebel. Also getting ready to climb, it's Yvette. And she's going to be hotly pursued by Falcon.
And Silvina's not short of support wherever she goes.
With all the kids from East Wickham School behind me, how could I fail? Silvina! Yeah! Yeah, that should scare Wolf.
And there, leading the school children in the arena, are Robert and Stefan.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Silvina in pink and Yvette in yellow commencing their clamber up the cliff. First to the summit scores 10, second 5, and Silvina taking her time while Yvette's more sure-footed. Here comes trouble. Rebel determined to bring down Silvina while Falcon's looking to sink those talons into Yvette. And Silvina in serious trouble on the overhang, making it hard for herself and easy for Rebel. Yvette will clear, but Rebel within striking distance. Yvette gets to the top. Husband pleased to see that. Oh, and Rebel pleased to see that. Silvina stripped from the rock.
Well done, congratulations. How does it feel?
Fantastic. I never thought I'd do that so fast. Brilliant.
Do you know how close she was or how far away she was?
I don't. I didn't even look behind, just went for it.
I don't think you cared anyway. Well, you got yourself your 10 points. Well done, Yvette.
Silvina, what can I say? I mean, she kept giving you the taste of the top of the wall there, and then she was there.
Just teasing me there a bit. I stumbled at the beginning, which cost me some valuable seconds.
Yeah.
Good credit to Rebel.
Absolutely. That was amazing. Great climb.
Not really great. Silvina trod on my finger on the way going up, and I thought, that's it. I've got to get her now. There's no way she can tread on my finger and get away with it. So I got her, and I felt great. It was good.
Well, word of advice there, don't get the Rebel angry. Let's hear it for Silvina, Rebel and Falcon. Well done.
Yeah, and don't tread on her fingers. After 2 events, Silvina's still to score. Yvette climbs to 10. Down in the arena, the Wolf's been uncaged. Well, I think Wolf's used to bigger booze than that, Mark. I don't know if that's chalk or wolf's dandruff. Oh, it's chalk.
And standing at the foot of the wall, it's Mark. And he's going to be chased by the hungry wolf. Also standing in awe of the wall, it's Andy. And hot on his heels will be Hunter. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Well, it's an unlucky draw for Andy. He knows that Hunter's no wallflower in this event, but Andy in trouble even before the second whistle. Mark struggling with the overhang. And there's the Gladiators whistle. Hunter holds back. He's up. And he's down, and making it an easy day at the office for Hunter. This plumber is used to dealing with drift, but Wolf's hardly one of those. But once the plumber's called out, it's always expensive. Will it cost Wolf a fair bit of pride? Snaps at his heel, but it's not good enough. Mark up, 10 points to the contender.
You had the wolf man chasing you. You looked a bit scared at the bottom there. How does it feel now?
Great, great, it feels great.
Well, you deserve that. I don't know what time that was, but that was a quick time as well. Looked good.
I made a few fumbles, but I got there in the end.
You done it. You got yourself 10 points. Well done, Mark.
I guess that's just made you a very unhappy bunny.
Unless you got something nice to say to me, just don't bother, all right?
There. I mean, it looked quite promising to start with, and then you faltered a bit.
Yeah, I just lost my grip in there, and, you know, you can't give someone like Hunter, you know, any chance whatsoever, so...
On this occasion, of course, we didn't see any skill. It was mainly luck, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, they've made the wall a lot harder this year. This is why the contenders have got 10 seconds head start. It's a difficult wall. He was a bit unlucky, but there's plenty more events to go, so good luck for those.
Oh, that's very nice. Let's hear it for Andy, Hunter, and the Pussycat.
Well, the wolf being hounded, but usually has the last laugh. After 2 events, Mark's on 10, Andy yet to score.
Well, with 2 games under their belts, there's still 3 more events to face our contenders, plus, of course, the Eliminator. So join us in a couple of minutes here on Gladiators.
So, welcome back. Moving on into our next event. And the first up to Whiplash is Sylvina. And she's going to be pushing and pulling against the beautiful Rio.
Well, there's a queue a mile long to pull Rio, and here's why. Stands a statuesque 187, weighs 83 kilos. Sylvina from southeast London is 10 centimetres shorter and 11 kilos lighter.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3,
So, 10 points for wrenching the dog bone from the Gladiator's hand. Oh, exactly like that. Sylvina runs away with it. You don't get 10 points easier than that. You can change your name from Rio to just,
Sylvina, you better talk us through that. I've never seen anybody win quite so quickly. I mean, I don't know whether she let go or what happened.
I'm not quite sure, but I gave it a good pull.
Well, you still got it. You won. You got yourself your 10 points. And the second of our female contenders is Yvette. And she's going to be pulling against a panther.
Before the competition, Yvette took us to where she prepared for Gladiators.
Well, this is where I train, Bournemouth Athletics Club. I've trained here for about 1.5 years, 2 years now. In fact, the people in the club have given me a nickname. I'm called a Thunder. Don't know why. Maybe it's something to do with my greatest assets. And as anybody will tell you, the thighs are the limit.
contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! Take the straight. 3,
All Panthers got to remember is to hang in there and hang on. Oh, no! Looks like she didn't remember. Yvette yanks the bone from the Panthers' grasp. Panther too much of a pussycat here. Yvette eaves her out for another maximum score.
Well, I don't know what's going on, Yvette. The Gladiators are not up to scratch today. Talk us through it. What happened?
Well, I was pulling and suddenly I wasn't. I was back on my bottom.
She made life easy for you, didn't she?
She certainly did, yes. Thank you, Panther.
Oh, well, I don't know what to thank her for it. I don't know whether you've ever earned an easier 10 points, have you?
No, but my bum does.
Well done. Put yourself 10 points. Panther, what is going on?
I tell you, John, I was in there, I was strapped in, ready for a good fight. We had eye-to-eye contact. That girl weren't going to move me. Let it slip. End of story. We can't,
But I saw what happened with Rio earlier on, the same thing.
I said it wasn't going to happen to me, but you can't plan anything in this game.
Well, never mind, long way to go. Let's hear it for Panther! Well done!
As Fash said, you won't see a quicker 20-point scored against the Glads. 10 apiece puts the scores at 10-20.
And the first of our male contenders up, it's Mark! And he's going to be up against one of our biggest and strongest gladiators. Yes, it's Rhino!
Rhino with enormous pulling power with the crowd and in the circle. Earlier, I asked Mark how important it was for him to win on Gladiators.
How important is it for me to win? I suppose you get a kiss from the cheerleaders, you get a trophy, you get money, and you get a car. I'm going to win.
Not to mention the cuddly toy.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Rhino digs in. This looks like being a gripping encounter, unlike the first two tonight. Rhino dangling Mark like a puppet on a string at the moment. Mark seems to be more intent on displaying his breakdancing skills. Mark's a grafter trying to dislodge Rhino's grip, turning the ring of conflict into a ring of confidence. But the energy expended doesn't equate to the points scored yet. Chopping and changing, ducking and diving, getting more agitated than a tumble dryer. Oh, big pull here. He's got him. Mark lets grip and Rhino loses his grip. 10 points with 7 seconds left. Rhino doesn't know what happened, but Mark does, and so does his girlfriend, Nadine. Sheer hard work and persistence won the day. Mark caught Rhino off balance with that fast footwork, and he lost his grip on the game.
And the last of our male contenders is Andy! And he's going to be pulling against 20 stone of the mighty Warrior!
We needed an industrial weighing machine and a double-length tape measure to record these off-the-scale stats. Andy, 11 centimetres adrift height-wise and 35 kilos lighter.
Take the straight. Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
The Warrior is hulky and bulky, but has a mixed track record in whiplash. Andy knows agility is the key to unlocking the points. This PE and geography supply teacher and Master of Arts degree student looking to teach Warrior a lesson in this encounter. It's the 3 R's, running, rampaging, and really digging in. But it's Warrior who keeps Andy in detention. Warrior seems to have cemented his shoes to the centre of the circle. He's hardly budged from the blue. Time running relentlessly down. That 25-kilo deficit really taking its toll on Andy. Full marks to Andy for incredible industry, but looks like no points added to his scoreline. John Anderson does his famous impression of the QE2, but sadly Andy makes no impression on the scoreboard. Andy's fans know he couldn't have worked harder. He found himself going round in ever-decreasing circles. Great effort, no cigar. After 3 events, Mark moves up to 20, but plenty of time for Andy to score. Meanwhile, in the Indian Ocean...
Undersea exploration wouldn't be possible today if it wasn't for the work of a French naval officer. His name was Jacques Cousteau.
Cousteau pioneered the invention of the aqualung in 1943. This enabled people to swim for longer periods of time underwater, carrying with them their own air supply. He also developed underwater filming techniques. This bubble shows the progress made in this sort of technology.
You know, I feel like an astronaut visiting a whole new world. In fact, I feel quite at home in this water.
How
because I've just remembered. I've left a towel on the hole before I came away. Oh.
Time for event number 4. First up, it's Silvina. She's going to be swinging it out against our most fashionable gladiator, Vogue. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
Vogue, our 23-year-old European aerobics team champion, swings out against 26-year-old Silvina, who works in an employment centre and has an interest in design. The only design she has on this event is to score some points. Silvina in the scoring zone. Oh, but Vogue straight in for the kill. The legs are on. The arms round her. Silvina hanging on. Superb double-handed strength. She's on for the points if only she can tough it out for half a minute. Vogue working on the fingers, but superb Silvina won't be shifted. Oh, Silvina one-winged, and she's free. She's got to try and swing out of reach. Vogue locks up again. Silvina won't budge. Both girls sharing the red ring. Can she hang tough? Oh, no, what a tragedy. Southern team coach Phil Norman knows she was so close. One of the bravest hang toughs in a long time. Silvina with remarkable strength and determination. Vogue has to work hard to prise those fingers from the ring to ensure Silvina's drop.
Oh, Silvina, I thought you told me you were going to be like a little monkey today.
I know, the monkey lost his spring today, I'm afraid.
You went straight into her clutches, but you made it into the scoring zone, and there I was thinking, when you managed to lose her, that perhaps you were going to pick up.
No, unfortunately not on this occasion. She gave me a good old tug, I can tell you.
She certainly was. You looked rather angry up there.
Oh, we were both angry. She's going, no way, no way. And we go, yes, here we are, yes, we are.
Well, it was really exciting to watch. Well done, Silvina, and let's hear it for Vogue. Well done.
The Silvina supporters know she gave her all.
Next up on Hang Tough, it's Yvette. She's going to be facing Falcon.
The winged avenger on her perch had her feathers ruffled badly during that earlier wall defeat by Yvette. Falcon's figures show she stands at 170 and weighs 67 kilos. By comparison, Yvette looks to be 5 centimetres more height-wise and a kilo to the good in the weight department.
3, 2, 1.
Falcon, a takedown specialist of awesome consistency this season. Yvette, a married secretary from Poole, acquitted herself superbly so far in this competition. Swings to her right to bypass the Falcon. Into the scoring zone with just over 40 seconds to go. Falcon moves in, opens up the scissors. Oh, and cuts her down, gets her revenge. Husband Gary devastated, but Yvette comes up smiling. Good sporting contender. Silvina's crew certainly happy with that result. Once again, full credit to Falcon. Swings in. Secretary Yvette uses a computer at work, but this time she was cut and pasted. So after 4 events, Silvina stays on 10, Yvette on 20.
Now we move into the men's event with our stuntman, Mark. He's got his work cut out because he's facing the king of the swingers. It's Saracen.
The highly swung Saracen, a massive 1-metre-82 tall, 108 kilos heavy and 122 round the chesty bits. Mark the plumber stands 3 centimetres taller, but finds himself 25 kilos lighter.
3, 2, 1.
Rock and roll, says Saracen. Well, he'll be happy to see Mark get on down. Straight into conflict. And both swing away unscathed. Mark on a scoring ring. Saracen tries a grip. He's got a piece of him. Oh, slips away again. Saracen determined to see the plumber plummet. Mark one ringed and so Saracen, both desperate to recover. Saracen struggling, it has to be said. The plumber certainly pulled his chain. And Mark flushed with success, hanging her right on the rings, and Saracen stranded. Mark to space and Saracen becalmed in no man's land, and Mark needs to work towards the platform while the Saracen's stuck. Well, I've never seen Saracen get himself into so much hot water. Mark content to keep out of trouble and bank his 5 points. But for some reason, he's swinging back into Saracen. Oh, he nearly nabs him. And Mark back again. Saracen snaps the scissors too short. Mark marking time. Saracen had another go. Can't get to grips. Taking out the plumber was just a pipe dream this time. Mark good for 5. Well, John Anderson feels better after that, and so does Phil Norman. There's Nadine, Mark's girlfriend. Reviewing the highlights, Saracen really let an opportunity slip by. Got a good fix on Mark, but let him wriggle through his fingers and left himself one-ringed.
I have to say, the credit has to go to you. I mean, you made it beyond the scoring zone and you picked up 5 points.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's quite a good event for me, so, you know, really I should have got across, but a bit of bad luck, the rings went the wrong way, so...
Yeah, you clashed into each other quite early on, and then, Sarah, I have to say, there was a lot of hanging around.
You know, I'll tell you what, I thought I was the king of the swingers. He made it to the middle ring before I did, and he just left me stranded.
All right, let's hear it for Mark, 5 points, and to Sarah.
Superb sportsmanship from Saracen and a peerless performance from our plumber.
Next up on Hang Tough, it's Andy. And he's going to be facing the nasty, nasty Wolfman.
There he is, born to be wild. Looking at his magnificent measurements, the Vulpine one is 2 centimetres shorter than Andy, but he's 6 kilos heavier.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready!
Yes, get it on. There's an offer we can all refuse.
3, 2, 1.
Another tough draw for poor old Andy, a terrific athlete. I just don't envy anyone being up there with Wolfie because Uli's really wound him up. And Wolf defending the scoring zone. Andy with a nice, easy action. But Wolf moves in. Andy just out of range, though. Andy slips by with a superb move. Oh, swing straight back into Wolf. The Wolf's locked up. Oh, Andy's out of there. The Wolf clean and clinical. Well, clinical anyway. That promised so much for Andy, but he comes away with nothing. Oh, Wolf steaming back with some unnecessary afters. Andy won't rise to the bait, though. Thoroughly professional.
It's been a little bit unlucky for you so far, 4 events, but you get to score, and this one wasn't the one to do it in against him.
Yeah, basically, when I sort of just went past him, I thought, you know, if I'd have just sidestepped a little bit there, I might have just made it to the other side, but, oh, bad Wolf.
Yeah, he certainly is a bad Wolf and a bad sport as usual, just living up to your reputation.
Oh, come on, give credit where it's due. Oh, it's fantastic.
You were okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Okay.
I was good.
All right, then. You're wonderful. Let's hear it for Wolf, and let's hear it for Andy. One more event to go.
The hound from hell not given to modesty, even when he loses, so when he wins, he's impossible. Oh, a sneaky shove from Phil Norman, getting one back on Wolf for pushing Andy. Hello. Oh, it's just dawned on him what's happened. This should be interesting, because Phil's a karate champion. Wolf must be out of his mind taking on Phil, but then we've always thought he was. Not normally the kind of behaviour we expect from a pensioner. John Anderson's in there to sort it out.
That's enough. And you, keep back, behave yourself, play the game properly, try and be a sportsman. On your way.
Wolf sent packing, rebuked by the ref. It's a wonder he didn't give Wolf a blast with his hooter. That's not improved the Wolf's mood, but it's improved Mark's score. With one event left, it's 25-0, back to the warmth of the Indian Ocean.
Oh, how's my head? All right? Oh, what an experience. All that marine life. And the sharks left me completely alone. Say, Cobra, how did you find the sharks?
Delicious.
So, moving along into our next event. And the first up to duel is Silvina! And she's going to be up against Rio! Over to Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! On guard! 3, 2,
And Rio Rio fired up for this one, keen to get revenge for a whiplash wipeout at the hands of Silvino. And Rio letting go some big ones. It's a real pillar-to-post pasty up there. Silvina doesn't know where she is. Silvina copping a portion of mind-numbing proportions, takes a licking but keeps on sticking, and she's coming back. Rio wondering what she's got to do to send Silvina to the mat. Picking her off at will, but Silvina soaks it up. Oh, that's it! Prizes are off like the cap on a bottle, and Silvina had plenty of bottle. Rio, bravo. Looking at it again, I'm amazed at how much punishment Rio stuck to Silvina, and still she wouldn't shift. A battery of blows and combinations, backhands, forehands, all sorts, and in the end she got it right with a right.
Oh, Silvina, what happened? You got the first blow in?
Oh, my eye's still in my head. Can't see anything.
Well, you're still alive, that's why I said well done.
I took some heavy blows. Lost my balance quite a few times.
But you managed to stay on for a little while long, didn't you?
That's right, regained. But that last blow took me right out.
Never mind, long way to go. Well, we've got the Eliminator to go anyway. Well, congratulations. You found a game now, you were strong.
Yeah, I gave her some really good hard blows there, and she did really well to stay up as long as she did.
But she got the first one in, she gave you a good whack there, didn't she?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's not so bad to let them get the first hit, because then you've got time to get a good hit in yourself and make sure that they go down.
Yeah, she certainly went down. Well on Rio! And let's hear it for Silvina! And the second of our female contenders is Yvette! And she's going to be battling against the deadly Nightshade!
The magnificent Nightshade brings to the dueling platform a 7-centimetre height advantage, but a 1 kilo weight deficit against Yvette. Nightshade goes low but takes a couple back with an overhead right. Yvette with a series of curious backhand uppercuts. Very effective. Nightshade fighting back. It's a real tussle with a muscle up there. Neither able to get in a clean shot. Nightshade's in trouble. A push to the throat. Overbalances. 10 points to Yvette. And she's still got time to suck on a slice of lemon. Husband Gary is off his seat while Yvette gets off the platform. Let's look at that again. It's all a bit of a fencing match up there. Yvette forces Nightshade's head down, tees her up for a crunching right, and a poke in the chops. Eat that. Oh, and have that on the way.
Yvette, congratulations! Talk us through it. We all saw it, but we want to hear it blow by blow.
Well, I think I knocked her off guard on the first blow. I don't think she was expecting it. And then I just had to go for it. But she did knock me off balance a couple of times.
Well, you must have been a bit worried going against the deadly Nightshade.
The deadly Nightshade, I certainly was.
Well, you done well, you knocked it down, you got yourself your 10 points.
Yeah.
That tenor certainly stands her in good stead for the Eliminator. After 5 events, Silvina has 10, Yvette 30.
Well, we've seen the ladies, now let's see the men. And first up, it's Mark. He's going to be facing Ace. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! On guard!
Oh, Mark with a mouthful of licorice. Oh, and I dread to think what Ace is eating. Straight to work, looking to give Mark his cards. Mark more used to rodding drains with a stick, giving as good as he gets, mixing it well, hoping the ace will go back to the deck. Oh, the ace, he's got him. Finishes the job with a jab. Ace is high. Well, let's see that finish again. Ace taking some punishment from the plumber. Mark with courage on tap, then Ace spots the gap and plugs it in with his pugilant stick.
Oh, Mark, that was a battle. That was a battle.
Damn.
It got you?
Yeah.
I should think so. You nearly stayed up there.
Yeah. Lost me 40, but that's the way it goes.
Well, you got a little bit of a roll in there as well coming down.
If I couldn't get on the end, I'd get on right down.
Ace, tell us about that one. Tough contender.
New game for me. I was a bit nervous. He was very strong. A couple of times I nearly went, but I want to make this my game.
There's a little bit of psyching going on up the top there as well.
There was.
There's room for Ace and for Mark. Well done, guys. And the last of our male contenders to duel, it's Andy.
battling against a Trojan.
Earlier, Andy, a superb decathlete, told me how he'd once competed against a former Gladiators champion.
I'm quite used to pressure situations. For example, in 1994, I was up against Paul Fields, who actually won the Gladiators that same year. Now, it was all down to the last event. I had to really dig deep, but in fact, I had to pull out a personal best to actually beat him. So he ended up in 4th, and I actually got the bronze medal. So when the pressure was on, I was the man.
Well, the pressure's on again here for Andy. He needs some points and really sticking it to the Trojan. Andy anxious to take the fight to the Gladiator. Oh, he stepped across. Tremendous bad luck for Andy. He was making such an aggressive stand. Trojan the first to commiserate. He knows Andy deserved better than that. Let's look at Andy's attacking stance again. He gets some in, then takes a couple from Trojan, and his momentum carries him across.
Oh, unlucky, Andy. Just lost your footing.
Yeah, just a little bit. Happy with the decision. You know, I know the rules, so.
Well, you were giving out blows and you took them as well. Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
No worries.
Eliminator next. Trojan, well done.
Thank you very much, mate.
You gave him some hard blows.
It was a good fight. He caught me once. Side the head went kind of funky, but managed to stand my ground and just kept pumping into him, so it was cool, man. Thanks.
Well done. Let's hear it for Trojan and Andy.
After 5 long, tough events, here's the tale of the tape. Mark has 25, Andy fails to score.
Well, next up, it's the one we love. It's the Eliminator. So don't go away. Join us after the break here on the Gladiators. Hurrah!
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where we're all set up for the Eliminator. Now, don't forget, of course, this year the winner of the fastest Eliminator time will receive £1,000. So that's something to look out for. So let's see how they got on. Now, Yvette's on 30 points and Silvina's on 10 points. That's a 20-point difference, giving Yvette a 10-second head start.
Silvina's mum, Sybil, in the middle there, keeping her fingers crossed. And there's Yvette looking anxious despite that head start. Gary, her husband, shouting encouragement.
Yvette, you will go on my first whistle. Silvina, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Yvette Rowley from Poole, a secretary and 100-metre hurdler, over the highs and lows, sets herself up for the bungee mesh. That high-tension tangle. Here comes Silvina, moving fluently and fast. Yvette escapes from the elastic. Gary's on his feet, while Silvina's on her knees, struggling with the strands of bungee cord. Yvette's up the rope, but making a meal of it, while Silvina struggles to push clear of the spaghetti. The rope next for her and the ladder next for Yvette. This course designed to test every part of their already tired bodies. Only the best are good enough to compete on Gladiators. Silvina's mum, Sybil, can see that she's gaining. Yvette with that mad scramble across the rollers and looks to have re-established her lead again. Silvina's slower on the ladder and Yvette working hard on the nets. Gary with it every step of the way. Oh, and Silvina with a terrible fall off the rollers. Nearly finishes down in Death Valley below. She's recovered enough now to start her climb. That will further extend Yvette's lead. Yvette hits the summit. That gantry always a welcome marker around this gruesome course. Yvette hooks up, slides to the surface of the arena. 2 elements left ahead of her, and both can take their toll. First comes the balance beams. As Silvina streaks down the zipper, the only chance for a breather on the Eliminator. Lands well. Yvette very confident on the beam, drops down for the final push up the travelator. Here she comes. Has she got enough? Oh, she pushes. Oh, she's thrown it into reverse by the belt. Gary's gobsmacked. Silvina in with a shot on the balance is looking good. The family on their feet. It's 1 against 1. Yvette's the first to chance it. Has she got enough this time? It's torture. She grabs the lip, but can't get a leg up. Here's Silvina with a crack at it. No, she's let it go. And Yvette climbs and crawls her way to victory. Silvina knows she lost it. You only get 1 crack, and Yvette swings through into the 7 region semis. Husband, Gary, jubilant, and Sylvina did so well to make up those 10 seconds, but you only get one chance, and you can't afford to blow it on Gladiators. John Anderson's words of wisdom, big strides, head up, here she comes, and look at that, makes it look easy. Sylvina gets to the top. Sybil leads the cheers, she's there.
Well done. You came back from the dead then. You had 10 seconds head start, and I think actually you might have needed those 10 seconds.
You're damn right I did. I needed all 10 of them.
On the rope, you had a few problems. On the travelator.
On the rope, I knew in practice that I was going to have a bit of a trouble with that. Travelator, I didn't really have a problem with, except for tonight.
Well, you won. Here's your Gladiator medal. Congratulations, well done. Off you go. Thank all your fans. Let's hear for events.
Well, Selena, I suppose we were asking a lot of you to catch up 10 seconds, but at times you were desperately, desperately close.
Well, to be so close and yet so far. I tried my best. I nearly made it. But what can I say? Good on you, Yvette. Good on you.
And you've had a tremendous crowd behind you, sporting their red T-shirts. And now, of course, you can go home to your little brothers, Stefan and Robert. I'm sure they've enjoyed themselves. Let's hear it for Sylvina Kwamina. Well done.
Fabulous runner-up. Yvette searching out Gary here. Congratulations all round. Say it with flowers. And Sylvina, as ever, full of smiles. In the great fastest Eliminator challenge, Yvette's time tonight means that Sarah Dam's current record remains intact. Mark's 25-point lead gives him a 12.5-second head start.
Well, Andy, Lady Luck's not really been smiling on you tonight. It's not really been your show, has it?
Well, I've been a bit unfortunate with the games, but I've been keeping my head up, and it's not over yet. It's the last one. And, you know, anything can happen, so I'm here.
Still a little bit of confidence within you?
Oh, absolutely. I've been under pressure before. I'm going to give it 110%, and I'm going to do it.
Well, Mark, you've been terrific in all the events, and high scorer. Now, of course, you're sitting on 12.5 seconds.
That's right. This is a winning event, so you never know.
You just don't know. Best of luck to the both of you, and may the best man win.
Fiona, Andy's girlfriend, on her feet already. And Mark getting his head together. Certainly no shortage of support for him either, led by Nadine.
Mark, you will go on my first whistle. Andy, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Mark chasing victory and £1,000 if he manages to post the fastest Eliminator time. The aspiring stuntman has the bit between his teeth as he goes headlong into the bungee mesh, driving hard. His brothers on the left next to Tricia and Nadine, they're all getting anxious because here comes Andy, very fast over the highs and lows. Fiona urges him on, blasts his way into the bungee maze. No pupil's going to try and cross this tremendous teacher. Now they've seen him on Gladiators. Mark on the bike, good strong pedaling sprint. The plumber won't want to let this one go down the drain, across the giant pipes, which are the rolling logs, and onto the net. Andy with a nightmare bungee mesh held him back badly. He'll make short work of the rope though, while Mark's strong on the scramble net, reaches the top with his comfortable lead maintained. But remember, it's not over until Ulrika sings. Andy on the bike, not so much a Tour de France as a Tour de Force, while Mark zips down the line for the final two elements, skids to the mat. Andy on the rollers, makes it safely. He's still in with a shot. Mark on the beam, very quick, he can sense victory. So can the family. Attacks the travelator, plenty of power. Oh, he's lost it! Unbelievable drama! Back where he started, Andy's on the gantry. Ready for the trip on the ship. Mark composes himself, sets off. This looks better, a straight run up and straight into the semi-finals. Punches the air and splits the burst. And the family rather pleased about that, especially Tricia. Andy on the beam. Well, we know he's a tremendous athlete, but sadly tonight wasn't his night. Confident on the beam. Oh, and shows no respect whatsoever for the travelator. Incredible speed and stamina. Great contender, great guy. Fiona and Anthony know it.
Well, Mark Mottram of Chingford, London, I'm delighted to be handing you this medal, which is a little bit on the long side. That was just a runaway eliminator.
Yeah, it was good. I put my foot on the right-hand side, so on the first time up, so I come back down. I thought I'd better do it properly.
Yeah, the audience's heart stopped for a second, and then, of course, you made it up to the top. Yeah. Have you enjoyed yourself?
It's been brilliant. Excellent. Atmosphere's excellent. All the crowd. Thanks to all the crowd. It's brilliant.
Well, you'll have to bring them back for the quarterfinals. Let's hear it from Mark Mottram. Go and see your fans.
Well, Andrew, unlucky. This has got to be the longest day of your life. It's been a hard day.
Yeah, it's been really hard, but, you know, you keep battling to the end, and that was what I did.
I mean, when you saw Mark fall down the travel aid, did they give you more incentive, more encouragement?
Yeah, I thought I had a chance because I knew I was going to get up there first time.
Well, well done. Here is your Gladiator medal. You don't go away empty-handed. Let's hear it for Andy. Well done. Go and say thank you to all your fans. Well done.
And Mark enveloped in that family scrummage of celebration. Andy receives commiseration from his crowd. Come on, Andy. Give those flowers over. You know it'll be a good move. Good man. And in the men's eliminator contest, Mark's time of 1:18.4 still wasn't good enough to beat Buster Reeves' current fastest time.
Well, Ollie, we've seen two fantastic eliminators.
Absolutely heart-stopping. And, of course, we'll look forward to seeing Yvette and Mark in our quarterfinals. Join us next week for more action here on Gladiators.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
I tell you what, you can keep your holidays, cars and speedboats, because surely the only must-have prize on Bullseye is a bendy bully. It's next here on Challenge. And we've got more contestants going for big cash prizes in The Chase. Weekends at 9.